sheep, so to speak, because we're trained from birth pretty much to cling to the physical world and say, this is mine, and I'm attached to it, or this person is mine, and I'm attached to it. You know how hard it is to extricate yourself from a really intimate relationship? You know, if you've ever experienced a breakup or a death in your family, it's brutal. We don't even know how attached we are to people. I mean, our very body gets attached. You know, it's like their body becomes a part of our body almost. So this holding on to the world it creeps in and it binds you so hard that it takes like rocket fuel to break out of these strong attachments that are holding us here. If you don't break out of those, you'll just continue to live with, you know, oftentimes if you're super, super attached to someone, or for that matter, an animal, you'll get to play out the same thing in the next lifetime with that same soul, and it will continue on and on and on and on until you release your dependence on them. You've heard of codependent relationships. Codependent means I need you in order to be happy. And if I die and I need you at the end of my life to be happy, I'm going to be born again with you in the next lifetime because I need you so badly to be happy. Most relationships are codependent. So these are sort of call them the slippery slopes of humanness. And this is such a bittersweet image. And I almost I love it, and yet it's so sad to me at the same time because I've experienced it myself. I'm with someone. I'm loving them so much. I don't realize how attached I get. And suddenly one day, let's say they get a disease or they don't want to be with me anymore, and they leave. And I'm crying and longing for them, and I can't have them anymore. And somehow I say to myself, I'm going to move forward and release myself from the holding on to this person. So God forces me to release my attachment. I don't have a choice. I've been put into a situation where I have to let go. So bittersweet. It's like if we don't want to let go, if we can't let go, at some point, the universe is going to say, it's time to learn this lesson. It's time to let go. And I realize this is going to cause you devastating pain. But it's time to let go. And then you learn how to release. And you start to see the impermanence of all relationships and all things in this world. You start to see it clearly by going through that. So you see how it can seem so sad and bitter, and yet one can be reborn out of that situation of letting go. This is incredible. Like, this is art. It's like God creating art in the form of, let's say, the human tragedy. Painting this beautiful relationship and then a release of it, and just watching it unfold, as I said, in a bittersweet way. How amazing. And all of us have already gone through these difficult relationships and releasing of attachments. With many lifetimes before. We've all done it already. The question is when do we finally learn and say, okay, I'm ready to go back to what you might call the ultimate relationship. Some might call it with God, some might call it with my own soul. There's a term in the Bible, it's like holding on to God's unchanging hand. God says, take my hand and love me. I will guide you into my embrace. I will hold you and take you to that place of eternal happiness. Just hold my hand. You know, I don't know if you remember the painting with the two floating, and they've got the two fingers coming together. It's like you hold the hand, the finger of God, and you say, you're my only hope here. I've gone through hundreds of thousands of lifetimes of this suffering, and I realize you're the only one that can help me. And whoever it is represents for you God, whoever it is, or whatever it is, you hold on to that, and that will take you out of this realm of suffering and lifetime after lifetime after lifetime of experience all the heartaches and all the difficulties that we go through.